Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about the damage score test. We're going to be doing both parts in this video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to be looking at part 1 first. This is the damage score test. Then we have part 2 over here, and then there's another one that's, I'm assuming, going to come out with Julius. It's not really a damage score test. I believe this is the one where you have to use your entire box. Like as soon as your team dies, you can use another team, but none of the same units that have died previously or have completed the run previously can be in that team. So it's basically a new team every time you go in until you defeat the boss. I was never able to do something like that, mainly because I don't have a lot of units built up. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it now, but I'll still give it a try and see if I can make a video out of it. But either way, part 1, I've yet to beat it on the last one, so I've been doing 45k this whole time, and the furthest I can get with 60k gives me less rewards than clearing the second stage. So the second stage is actually beneficial to me. So what I do is I just rock whatever team I have, on. I put Elsa here because she's a little stronger. I was like trying to test some stuff, and I was realizing that the blue units are obviously really strong because they have type advantage, but then I went ahead and read the synopsis for the fight, and it turns out yellow team specifically has their defense or their stats reduced or something like that. Like they just do less damage inherently, so that just sucks because it's like my best team, it's my only team, and of course this event has to block out my only team, so it is what it is. I should have searched for friend units beforehand, so sorry about that. But yeah, so that's why I've been having so much trouble, is because yellow team in specific has a lot of trouble with this boss. So again, basically what I've been doing is just doing the 45k. If you have trouble, I would suggest just rocking whatever booster this is. Also, this says 0. I don't know why. It shouldn't be 0. That could be a potential bug. I usually like Anastasia just because she does damage, and the AI for the auto version of Rem is one of the worst AIs in the game. Probably the worst AI in the game. Like, she just does her basic. Her second attack basically only heals, so I understand why the AI is a little bad, but sometimes, like, even when you have the opportunity to heal, the AI just still kind of ignores it. It kind of feels like it's just waiting for that super optimal time to heal, and you really don't want that because you want to be healing as much as possible to deal out as much damage as possible with misfortune. So yeah, either way, Rem is probably like your worst option here. I think you could run the purple twins here, but I think blue units give more bonus in part 1. I could be wrong. I thought that's what I read on the tweets, but like on one of the Wales tweets, but I could have been wrong. So yeah, that's essentially what I do every time. The boss itself gives itself like a whole bunch of buffs every certain amount of turns, and you can just clear them relatively easy. At least I think you can clear them relatively easy. I don't know about the 60k. I don't know if like their stats get any higher, like with debuff resistance. So that's 50%. Let me check the 45k really quick. Probably should have checked more of the stats, but yeah, it looks like it's the same, so it's kind of whatever. Just pick your teammate. Your teammate is not going to give you another leader skill like an all-out war. It's just going to be part of your team, so make sure your leader skill is for everyone, including your teammate. And yeah, it's not so hard. And the 45k, but again, the 60k is yeah, it's another beast. So if you have anything else other than yellow, you should be doing well. This one, on the other hand, is really easy. It's way easier compared to the chocolate boss. And what I do here is I usually run a Festival Rhine to benefit off my other Festival Rhine's leader skill. So I usually do this, and then I don't auto it. I usually do it on manual because sometimes a lot of this team has AoE skills, and sometimes AoE skills just don't proc because there's only one enemy, so sometimes the AI just doesn't like using them. So I have to do it manually, so just be aware of that if you have any issues with that. I'm going to read the boss synopsis here just in case there's like anything else hidden, just like in the previous one. Okay, so yellow units do bonus damage here, so you want to be using yellow. I don't know why yellow such a fixation, because they have like nothing to do with the event. Like, I would make sense if the other one has bonus damage with blue and then bonus damage with purple, but this one is bonus damage with yellow, and the other one was less damage with yellow. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. Either way, we're gonna hop into it and do the fight. You know, play by play basically. You have 8 minutes on the timer. If you're 2 times speed or 2.5, that's roughly 4 minutes, whatever. So yeah, other than purple, the boss is purple, so yellow damage is gonna be like probably the go-to either way. But mainly you kind of just want to build teams that you have built. Like you don't always have to necessarily go type advantage, although in these instances it has been very beneficial. And then it's not immune to HP down, but it just doesn't really count as much because the HP is so small, so you can kind of see it that HP lowers, but it is what it is. Oops, I thought it autoed for a second. It's because I was clicking. So yeah, we're just gonna do this, try and beat it in time. It counters every time and applies attack down. I think that's, I don't know what this is. I think this is buff seal or something like that. Agility down. Most of the time I have invulnerability, so it's kind of whatever, or debuff resistance. So it's no big deal. And then Ram here can clear debuffs on us, so that's pretty cool. Then we have protection with the Ryans at certain times, so, or at least I think they start off with protection. I don't think he can get it again, but either way. It's a little slow, but it does get the job done, and I'll take it over anything. I don't think I've tried with a boosted unit before. I think Anastasia might be a good pick, but I don't know, I think I did. But then Anastasia just wasn't doing good damage, because I just didn't really have any support for her. I think that was what had to happen. I'm just gonna keep using this skill, just to, I guess, chip away at it. I don't know. I think the Ryan's field skill is really bad here, actually. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna start keep using it. Either way, I have to do this 3 times a day, so it's pretty boring. I wish I could auto it, but you know, it's a little too hard to auto. And then again, the AI is just really buggy. So if you're using a team with a lot of AoEs, just be aware of that. Overall, there's nothing really exceptional about this boss that I don't think he does. There's a 5-turn passive here. I wonder what that is. I kind of want to see him proc it. Maybe I can see him proc it, yeah. Maybe don't kill here. Hopefully, okay, he didn't kill. Okay, he gives himself rage for 30 turns. I don't think I've ever seen this, but I could just steal it. I wonder if it steals. Oh yeah, it steals for all the turns. That's hilarious. So if you have Ryan and you're taking a little longer than expected, don't worry about it. You can just steal all the buffs, so you'll be fine. These are the rewards. No bonus characters used, and overall nothing too crazy. I will make another video on this boss once it comes out. I'm assuming it comes out when Julius comes out. Let me read this real quick. I would assume when Julius comes out, just because one more character to the box. Say go once you don't have all the characters. I don't know. Collect 1 key from high difficulty. No, oh never mind. You need a key. So the keys, I think you have to run 200 of something with one of these characters in your box. One of the new 4 characters. Basically, every time, the way affection works is every time you run a quest, it counts for 1 affection. And there's some missions in the game that came with these 4 characters. This is run 200 of, anything, or do 200 quests with that character on your team, basically giving you 200 affection. It's a lot of work. I don't understand why they made it so insanely hard. But yeah, I think if you collect the key, you unlock the correlation or correlating stage, and then I guess you would unlock this. I don't know. It could be like a rough translation that's kind of weird with Google Translate. I'll have to ask Rev later, but yeah, either way, that'll come soon, I guess, if I get the character and do 200 runs, if that's the requirement. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.